small town in British Columbia with more than its fair share of unemployment has found an enterprising way of buying and selling goods and services without exchanging money. Here's Cathy Chilco with the story.
There's a revolution happening here in Courtenay. It's called the LETSystem, and it allows its members to buy things that they need without having a lot of cash on hand. And for the people of Courtenay, where unemployment is still a problem, this has become a way to survive. The LETSystem is the brainchild of Michael Linton, a man with various credits to his name: electrical engineering, computer analysis, business degrees, and a back therapy practice. For the past 3 years, though, he spent most of his time running and promoting the non-profit LETSystem in his home in Courtenay. LETSystem stands for Local Exchange Trading System. New members pay an initiation fee of about $15 to cover administration costs. Trading is recorded using a currency called green dollars, which only exist as a blip on the computer. Linton believes the LETSystem can solve a community's unemployment problems.
I am anxious, eager, obsessed perhaps with getting that message to communities all throughout the country.
Courtenay's LETSystem has over 500 members who have traded almost $250,000, where otherwise there would have been no business at all. In a population of 45,000 people, about 25% are unemployed. People here have little cash, but they do have skills.
I want one to go to Montreal, so
Sure.
I look just great. That one.
This one.
Gail Pratt used to be a nurse. Now she sells hand-knit sweaters for green dollars. In return, she's bought appliances and done renovations almost entirely for green dollars.
There's a wide variety of services available, and that almost anybody could partake in the system.
Jeff Thomas can't keep up to the demand for his firewood.
That's the greatest thing that ever happened around here, I figure, because you don't need that much cash. And like, you can go right into the red to start off, and it'll eventually all just balance out.
Let's see how you're doing.
Peter Walford is a dentist starting a practice in a community where many people can't afford dental work. When he has canceled appointments or a slow day, he takes patients with green dollars.
In fact, I think without the system, I probably would have gone broke sometime over the last summer. Right now, we bring in an extra $500 to $1,000 a month.
The LETSystem works because it's more flexible than a barter system. If Gail needs some firewood, but Jeff doesn't need a sweater, in a barter deal, nothing would happen. But with LETSystem, you don't have to trade directly. You can credit green dollars as necessary to a central bank-style accounting system.
I wish to credit number 373 with 10 green dollars.
There are no debts, no interest charges, and no repayment schedules. This is how a transaction in the LETSystem works.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Gail, the knitter, needs some dental work for her son. She goes to Peter Walford, who charges her 75% green dollars and 25% cash.
Jeff, hello, Peter.
Peter buys firewood from Jeff Thomas, 50% green, 50 cash, and phones in the transaction.
Number 478 with $70 green for firewood.
Jeff buys groceries from the food store run by LETSystem member Jim Laux for 20% green. And finally, Jim orders a sweater for his wife from Gail Pratt.
Hi, Gail.
Each person treats the green they earn as income. They keep careful accounts and put aside enough federal dollars to cover the income tax required. Very little cash has changed hands, but everyone gets what they need, and they stay in business. Linton has managed to launch 20 other LETSystems across BC, the U.S., and into England. More and more high-powered economists and academics are intrigued by the idea. Economist and politician Eric Kearns sees it as an answer to a lot of people's needs.
They're looking for institutions where they can put their money and the money will stay within the community, you know, and be cycled and recycled back again from investment to consumer goods and back again. Right now, we put our money into institutions, and it could be down in Argentina, you know, buying guns or something like that, because the bottom line says that you can get 18% down there or 22% and only 12% in Canada or something like that. And so much of our money hemorrhages right out of the country.
In spite of this kind of support, some people in Courtenay think it doesn't really work for business. owner of a retail shoe business and member of the Courtenay Chamber of Commerce, Neil Woodrow.
It would never work in our retail business.
Why is that?
Well, we have to answer to a lot of people being in business. Number one, our suppliers. And if our suppliers heard that we were trading goods for services, that doesn't pay the bills. And also, all businesses, or most businesses, run on a line of credit at the bank, and I don't think the banks would be too receptive to trading merchandise for goods either.
Guy Dauncey, an economist visiting from England, is convinced it can work.
We have to remember that every single big new idea that happened, like landing on the moon or flying or understanding about meteorites, was really weird to most people. It's easier not to think about new ideas. And this seems to me something that could potentially become big.
All LET supporters are certain of one thing. It cannot be an alternative to our cash economy, but as an addition to it, LETSystem can create business where none existed before.
We think we've got an answer to the central issue. The central issue is the structural problems of money, and we've got a method that handles that very nicely, thank you, without posing any conflict or challenge with the existing systems. We want to see it move.
That's Venture for tonight. I'll be away for the next 2 weeks. The host for next week will be Michael Bond. I'm Patrick Watson. Good night.